Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Um, boom, 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 boom. So, I'm back, and it's 2 days later. And it's cool, and I'm still not done with my hair, but such is life. Sometimes things don't go as planned. And I want y'all to know that it's okay when things don't go as planned. It's okay. I should have brought my little thing. But I am back. My intentions was to come back 2 days ago and finish. But life is life, and such is life, and life be life. I really want to speak on qualifying thoughts. I know that was kind of like basically all I talked about last time was qualifying your thoughts, qualifying other people's opinions, thoughts, position. Um, but there's something going on. And because I know that we operate in both realms, I'm going to say it's something physical in the 3D, and it's something in the spiritual realm that's going on. There are a lot of people suffering with mental issues, and I do this not to say that it's not real mental issues, but because when we say mental issues, a lot of people think of schizophrenia, bipolar, psychosis, but depression is an illness of the mind and the heart, spirit. Just depends on what is causing the depression. Anger, rage, hate, obsession. Um, those are what I feel illnesses of the mind, the heart, the soul. Um, which is why I say this is in part a human issue and in part a spiritual issue, because we put ourselves a lot of times in situations that we know we're not supposed to be in. We're not supposed to be indulging in. I'm not supposed to be around these people. I'm not supposed to be in this environment. I'm not supposed to be drinking. I'm not supposed to be smoking. Or at least I know I shouldn't be doing it. Whether I know I'm not supposed to be doing it or not, I know in my heart, my gut, there's something telling me that this is not right. This isn't for me. And then we have situations where we don't necessarily we don't have control over certain situations, or it may be out of our control. Like, we may have the possibility to try to fix it, but we are limited in how we can go about fixing this, right? So it puts pressure on us, and it begins to eat at us internally via our heart, our mind, our body. Um, a lot of the times when people are depressed, they don't eat, or they eat a lot. They eat a lot of junk food, or they pick, like, it affects our body. Our body becomes affected, our mind is affected, our heart is affected, infected, affected, effected. all the facts. And we begin to operate out of this lack mentality, this lower vibrational scale of less than, not good enough, not enough, whether it's I'm not good enough, I'm not enough, or it's this situation ain't good enough, my living circumstances aren't good enough, um, my spouse ain't good enough, these kids ain't good enough, this home ain't, like, or it's not enough. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough. A lot of times we put our expectations and our desires excuse me, and we don't necessarily not only just qualify, work towards, but also be accepting that a lot of times we have this plan that we see and envision. Trust me, I had this plan since I was a kid, and quickly that got interrupted with trauma, childhood trauma, right? Cool. Gotta work through that. Took a long time to do that. But okay, new plan. Um, but actually, technically, with that first trauma, I didn't really remember it. So I can't even say it was my first trauma, but it wasn't really my recollection of gotta get past this. It was, I had a plan to graduate with my brother so that me and my brother could get a house together, and my cousin, our older cousin. That plan was thwarted because my brother died when we were kids. He died when he was 14. I was 12. So he was just starting the ninth grade. He died a couple weeks before school started. So he would have been going to the ninth grade, right? I was going to the eighth grade. So my plan, our plan, had to change because I no longer had my brother a part of my plan, right? As well, because of my brother dying, that changed the scope of how my family maneuvered. Now, while I do talk to that cousin, my cousin went on a different route. He joined the Marines. He had a different life than the one we originally decided to create, right? The plan we decided to create. And he has a right to do that. Things changed, but I had to push through that change and now maneuver through the eighth grade on the tail of my brother dying. Then I started high school. I had to go through high school for 4 years. And then with high school, I had a plan then. I'm going to graduate early, and I'm going to go to New York to perform in art school because I want to be an actress. Okay, cool. Well, while I did graduate early and went to college at 16, I didn't go to the state I wanted to go. I didn't go to New York for performing arts. I went to Atlanta. Now, technically, I could have went to Savannah, but I mean, y'all gotta watch my podcast. Y'all gotta watch my podcast for all that, or get the book, because I really don't. I ain't about to do all of that on this channel. I'm just giving slight examples. Anything like detail that y'all want to know about my life, exes or history, life in Atlanta, traumas, go to my podcast, tell my story, or go cop my book when I release it in a few weeks. I'm releasing audio and an actual physical book. So you'll have an audio book or a physical book, or probably an ebook too, possibly. I haven't decided. Might just do a hardcover and audio book. But either way, so the book is called Where's God? And the podcast, like I said, was Tell My Story Podcast. That's on YouTube. It's on Facebook. It's on Instagram. It's wherever you get your podcast. That was anyways, I had all these plans, but eventually I had to accept the fact that a lot of these plans were not lining up. Now, a lot of people these days, and it's just observation, this doesn't make it a fact, this is just my opinion. If they were me back in 2007 at 16, going to college, dealing with adding all the previous stuff I had to deal with, and then the stuff I put on my plate, I just can't imagine how their minds would be all over the place. How, because I mean, even at that time, I was still not mentally mature, emotionally mature, to handle a lot of the things that I had going on or had to heal or figure out. It's just the way I went about not being healed was completely different than the realm of what's going on now. I see a lot of people, and like I said, it's physical. This is a human experience and a spiritual experience. A lot of people right now, from the thought, not my thoughts, but from the things I have seen, from social media to people I know, even to, I mean, I guess YouTube would be social media, but I don't think I'm going to be posting this on a different platform. So, to YouTube, there has been a mental shift, right? So, on one end, we have a shift where we have people looking at the up and up. We have people who, yes, they may be going through stuff, but they're necessarily looking at the up and up. We have people who are constantly looking at the down. What's going wrong, right? 14, 16. What was that? Then we have people who, you know, the good, the bad. And then we have, well, they stay evenly. Like, it's not necessarily good. It's not necessarily bad. It's life, right? And then we have the people who are just at their wits' end. Like, it's not even, I don't even know how to describe this. Like, one scenario, well, actually, all right, real life, and I'm not gonna pull it up though, but somebody just drove off a pier where I live. Took their car, drove off a pier. Now, unless they say they found something to explain why this person did this, we can only speculate. Like, there's no evidence to say why this person did this. I mean, some people saying this person wanted to kill themselves. Other people are saying, well, based on the video, they kept braking, so maybe somebody was driving and somebody else was trying to stop it. Or, it's so many scenarios. But let's look at either scenario, right? We're going to look at both. We got a scenario one where it's, okay, somebody did intend to drive off of that bridge, or off of, not the bridge, but the boardwalk, the pier, into the ocean. Like, that was their intention. We can surmise there had to be something, right, going on in their mind that told them that this was the answer to solve their problems. That this was the solution, right? Because otherwise, why would they do it? So something in their heart, their mind, their body said, this was the solution to my problem. I am hurting this bad. I'm going to drive off of this pier and end my life. And I would hate for that to be how they felt. That they felt they had no other choice but to kill themselves. That it just could not get better. That they had to take their own life. I know how that is. My father, like I say in the other video, I think, I don't remember now. I believe I mentioned that my father killed himself when I was 5. He set himself on fire. On fire while at the police station. Right at City Hall, right at the police station. Set himself on fire. Killed himself. And I still, we look at it as, oh, it's a coward thing to do, but it takes a lot of balls to kill yourself. A lot of balls, right? It actually does. It takes a lot of balls to stay in a situation where you feel like letting go. And it takes a lot of balls to actually let go. I see it on both spectrums. Like, yeah, people say it's a cowardly thing to do. It's a courageous one as well. It's both. It's cowardly because of the people on the outside who look at it. Because we look at it as a cheat, right? And not necessarily cheating life, cheating people. We feel as if we own people or have this attachment that we're not allowed to break bonds or, or lose people, we then turn around. Maybe we feel like we can save everybody, save those people. And it's not necessarily I honestly don't feel like, yes, it's the loss of life, but I feel like it's more so, how do I say this? I don't know. So maybe people just feel guilty, right? Maybe people feel like, well, if they told me, I could have helped them. I could have. But most of the time, a lot of people are telling you. And so maybe this is for somebody who sees somebody needs help and they're crying out, and you're like, yeah, you're strong, you'll make it through. Maybe they won't. Maybe they don't have your strength. Maybe they ain't built like you. Or maybe you can let certain things roll off. Maybe it affects them differently. I think we look at it as, well, if I could, then you can. But maybe that's not true. Maybe they can't. Because y'all were created for two different purposes. Maybe your purpose and your reason you got through what you got through was to help them get through what you got through, right? Maybe because they can't do it by themselves. And maybe they need you and your experience, your wisdom, your applied knowledge to choose better, to do better, to live better, to be better, right? That's for somebody. But back to the problem at hand. And it's not that it's not been prevalent. It's not that it's not been a consistent thing. It's just, I don't know. I feel like it's ramping up. I feel like a lot of people are cashing out too early. Either by self destruction, choosing to do certain things, choosing to put yourself in situations, choosing certain things, right? Like, and I don't even talk about folks for it, but I'm just, I don't really talk about celebrities. I'm not even on my podcast. I don't like to try to stay, but because I already mentioned in my last video, Meg and that won't even open. What was I doing? Meg and gosh, what's that dang old woman name? I must not be meant to talk about her. Nikki. Nikki. That's crazy. Ain't even gonna say why it's crazy, but I definitely should have remembered her name. Nicki Minaj. Is that my? I see something. Is this beads or oil? Beads or oil? Hands all greasy. Okay. What I was saying? Something about Nikki ass. No, I wasn't going to talk about her. I was saying, because I already said something about them on my last video, I'm going to just go ahead and just be free. So, like Krishan, right? Now, I wholeheartedly felt for her. I don't feel bad for her. But I mean, I said that what, a year, 2 years ago? I don't know. Before all this mess, like, I feel for her because I mean, I've been dumb. I ain't gonna compare dumbacity, but I definitely been dumb. So I can't even talk about nothing she doing right now. Definitely been dumb. Dumb diddly. Um, but Chris Sean, everybody is ragging, saying she mentally ill. There's mental. I mean, it might be. I honestly don't take it. I feel like she young. And what's the other word to go with that? And dumb. And it's okay because we all been young and dumb. Now, we go out our way to insert ourselves in this girl's life. Y'all talk about her baby. Y'all talk about her and her decisions. Like, alright, that goes with anybody. Like, Megan. Excuse me. Megan and Nikki. How y'all got all these people addresses and shit circulating on social media, and people stalking people all over a comment on social media or a line in a song, a music video. Like, it's weird. So for one, mental illness, obsession. To be obsessed with anybody's life and it's not your own, we gonna have to check that. To constantly be watching somebody and seeing what they doing, and yes, you can have your opinion about people. This is the thing, right? Y'all really, and this is a podcast episode. Y'all really be out here acting like people on YouTube or people on your TV, in on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok. Don't be real people. Y'all act like because they choose a career of servicing you via the entertainment industry or the internet or whatever to bring joy to you, that you have a right to their private life. Like the Holly Bailey situation about her being pregnant. So what if she lied about her being pregnant? So what? Like, that's really her choice. Why are y'all like, she doesn't owe anybody anything. Oh, well, we don't care about her being pregnant. We just hate that she lied about it. But is it a lie when it was none of your business to begin with? Like, I don't have to tell you just because you want to know. It does not pertain to you. And I think we forget that a lot of stuff don't pertain to us, and we are so wrapped up in shit that don't pertain to us. We are losing our minds. We are willing to die over trying to keep up with the Joneses. We willing to ride out over folks that don't know you alive and ain't gonna pay for your funeral when you dead. Y'all out here, 1 minute you happy, everything is good, whatever, and then the next day you ready to go kill yourself. Why? There is a disconnect. And there is definitely a big major shift, because the amount of people that I see with these intrusive thoughts, they aren't qualifying their thoughts, because what's going on that makes you feel like you need an out? Okay, you lost a spouse. All right, I understand that. I understand the loss of a relationship, the end of something. I understand, even if it's death, the end of something. I get it. It's hard. But you fading to black because somebody else did, that's not a benefit, because now who do you leave on the outside? jobs, create like giving up on your dreams because it feels hard. Let me tell you, there's nothing nothing in life is easy. And I think the microwave and the internet has led us to believe that. Like it has in what was the word I entitled? Y'all feel entitled. Like you don't have to work for something, right? You feel entitled like life doesn't happen. Okay, and this is just for a certain group of people. Y'all get up here and you mess in the spirit realm, and then you act like and forget that there is a physical realm that you still have laws to abide by. And I don't mean like actual laws like that. I'm just meaning like life still happens outside of the spirit realm. Like not everything is somebody throwing magic on you, or somebody trying to kill you, or somebody, whatever. It's not always that. It's sometimes it's life. Sometimes you gonna get fired from a job. Sometimes it ain't nobody plotting on you. It's just some shit just happened. It was meant for that to happen anyway. Sometimes some relationships just don't work out, regardless of who came in and came. All right, the ownership thing. Can't nobody take anybody from you, right? You don't own nobody. They don't own nobody. People are free to do whatever they choose to do. They are free to roam and grow. Now, it's up to you and your boundaries, what you establish, that allows who's in your life or not. If your boundary is, well, you can cheat on me 3 times a month, but the month or 1 month and then the following month you can't do nothing, and then the following month you can cheat another treat you can cheat another 3 times. That's your boundaries. That's what you have accepted, right? If somebody else doesn't accept it, that's not what they. If your boundary is I'm only working 3 days a week, and they want you to work 5 days a week, you gonna probably say no to that. Unless your other boundaries, unless they offer me this, then okay, well, if they offering this, then I'm probably gonna go ahead and accept it because it's worth it to me, right? I think we forget that everything is about experiences. And you're going to have bad experiences. That's life. You're going to have good experiences. You're going to have great experiences. You're going to have okay experiences. It's life. And I can sit here and name all the shit in the world that I've been through, but would never say it. I had the worst life, or now it was, yeah, it was a struggle. Yeah, I had to heal from a lot of shit. Yeah, some shit I didn't deserve. Yeah, like, yeah. Seriously, yeah, yes. A lot of stuff I didn't think I was gonna make it through, right? A lot of stuff I wondered, why me? A lot of months I cried. A lot of years. Some of us are concerned with everyone but us. where we should be pouring into ourselves and upping ourselves, elevating ourselves, loving ourselves so that it radiates to others. We are more concerned with others and what they're radiating, right? And it's doing a number on our mental. Every time you speak a ill thing about somebody, just because you feel like you can't, it does reverberate back to you. Like, some of us got our mouth on people we shouldn't even know exist. Or if we do know they exist, we should be qualifying why we even feel like this. Like, why? Girl. Okay. Alright. Um, I don't even know what I was saying. I don't know, this video probably all over the place. I should have wrote my little bullet list. But I don't know. It just bothers me that so many people are going through some shit mentally. And it's like, it looks like they're stuck there. Like, they're not getting out of this place. And I really, like, I can't save everybody. I want to. I can't. Like, even the people that hate my guts. I've always tried to be helpful to everybody, even the people that don't like me. Like, it does me no good to harm you or to try to harm you or to wish ill upon you. In fact, it does me bad. But nonetheless, it doesn't make me feel like a good person. Now, I definitely might have my opinion about you. And I definitely probably gonna call you out on facts. And if you did some messed up stuff, I can't help that's what you did. It is what it is. That's not on me, that's on you. But, like with anybody, my intention and my goal for my family, any friend I might have, a stranger, an enemy, is to try to help them grow in some type of way. Like, that's, I know God put me here for that, for, I don't know how, I don't know why. I know I'm good at talking when I actually decide to be fully, excuse me, honest. And right now, I have to limit or monitor what I say because in certain situations that's just unnecessary to bring up. And I know this is more on a grand scale. So even though the many situations that I have encountered over the past week, 2 weeks, that I may be pulling from reference to, is a lot of people like that right now. It's a lot of people who feel like people are out to get them. It's a lot of people who actually do have people trying to do bad on them. It's a lot of people who are in a state of despair, depression. And I don't, I'm not a therapist. I can't pinpoint everybody's issue. I can easily say a lot of it is expectations. It's how we expect people to behave, act, how we expect things to go. And when it doesn't work like that, it's an upheaval. It sucks. It's sometimes life gets so overwhelming. And then sometimes people are actually doing stuff. Like I have had people all year actually, well, not all year because we just got in this year. Last year, let's not claim that for this year. Last year, trying to hijack accounts and fake numbers and fake pages. And it wasn't even this page. It's my regular page. Somebody who might know me personally, which would make it even worse because it's like, you know me personally. Why would you be doing this? You know me personally. Why would you be doing this? So I get it. It's not like I don't get it. Like there's people out there doing shit. There's life happening. It's trust me. It's definitely happening. It's happening to me too. Shit. Let's talk about I'm not even a well known nobody on YouTube. My poetry page probably got less followers than this page. um oh yeah, what's my poetry page if y'all want to follow me? Give me some new subscribers on poetry. Okay, alright. My poetry page. Yes, I have 4 subscribers. My regular YouTube got more subscribers and everything. Ain't that something? It pays to be yourself, but I'm myself on every platform. So I guess that really don't matter, huh? But looky here. Dear Megan and every girl like us. This is my poetry page. Go follow my poetry page. Soon, soon. Give me some more followers, please. Said closed mouth don't get fed. So I'm gonna ask instead. But anyways, I don't know. I just wish we would qualify our thoughts. Like when I tell you I woke up one day, I was completely fine the day before. Completely happy. No issues. Woke up the next day just like, yo, why don't I don't wanna be here anymore. Like, what? Who? What? Hmm? Everything about life sucks. I'm a failure. I'm a this. Like, I don't even think about myself like that. And I've heard that shit from plenty of people. Like, out their mouths. Call me all types of shit. I done been called from every cuss word. Derogatory word. Like, slur and, shit. Cunt. Whatever. Whatever you want to name. I've been called trash. I done been called flies on shit. Like, or I was told I was like flies on shit or something. I don't know. On trash. I don't know. I've been called a whole slew of shit. One thing I ain't never been called is a liar though. I'm just saying. Um, no, but seriously, I've been called so much shit that okay, like people have tried to say shit to try to get under my skin, to try to hurt me, to try to whatever. But it's hilarious because I've always known who I was. I've always had a certain level of confidence. Now, it did get disturbed once I started sleeping with this one guy who was sleeping with everybody because of that energy, an exchange of energy, interchange of energy. Um, For one, if you have to sleep with multiple people, it's not due to confidence. So, working with, or sleeping with, or laying with, or loving, or living, or, you know, down behind somebody's butt that is insecure, who sleeps with people who may be insecure or angry or, you know, whatever energy that they had, it gets transferred. So I did start to pick up where I started to look at myself like, I gotta be this way. I gotta be that way. I gotta look like this. I gotta look like that. I gotta. Now, it was to a certain degree. But, and that also just wasn't in relationship. It was with family. It was with friends. Like, because I felt the need that I had to people please. But it's that exchange of energy where I was picking up crap that really wasn't mine. Like, why am I feeling like this? Why am I? And you know what happens when, and who cares how they feel, but when you are around people, whether family, friends, whatever, and they're constantly negative, constantly putting doubts, constantly putting shit into your head, birds of a feather flock together. So no, you might not be this type of person. No, you might not have done those things. But you continuously hang around people who don't align with you, you're going to come out of alignment, right? And it's simple as that. Iron sharpens iron, and they ain't iron. Iron sharpens iron. Iron will sharpen an iron too. It surely will. Mm-hmm. Oh no, I'm gonna put a layout next time so I can keep on my route. And I also think it's just because I'm doing my hair. I'm losing my train of thought. I don't know, God. I don't know if I don't know what else you wanted me to say. I don't know. I'm stuck now. I'm not stuck, but I just feel like I'm just gonna keep repeating myself. Qualify your thoughts. You are not your environment, your circumstances, the people around you, the people that you think are hating on you, whatever they said about you, you are not, and you don't have to be. If even if you are, you don't have to be. Like, I really do believe we have every choice in this world to choose good things. And even when it doesn't feel like that option is available to you, I'm here to remind you that it is. And maybe the things that you've been focusing on don't deserve your attention. Maybe the things that you've been focusing on aren't as bad as they seem. Maybe the things you've been focusing on was necessary for your growth. Maybe the things that you've been focusing on, I hate to say it, maybe, maybe the situation would change with a mindset shift. Maybe if you begin to see it differently, maybe if you begin to look at it objectively, I think a lot of y'all need to step back and get back to you and pour into yourself. Like, regardless of what profession, regardless if you a reader or a doctor, if you a watcher or a preacher, if you believe in God or if you don't believe in God, I think it's time to get back into yourself, pour love into yourself. I'm seeing the take a chill pill card. It's time to build yourself back up. It's time to remember who you are. Some of you are claiming God, but still acting as if something can defeat God. If you guys and God is protecting you and riding for you, there ain't nothing that can stop what God is doing. And God ain't gonna let nothing stop in weapons shall form, but they will not prosper. I think you gotta stop letting the weapons prosper. Y'all are allowing these things to replay, repeat, recycle. And I say that while somebody's probably listening to this thinking the same thing about me. But I promise you. Y'all are letting the same things recycle. Causing fear. Y'all are letting these tarot readers cause you fear, to live in a state of fear, to live in a state of confusion. You don't know what's up or down. You got to go to a video every hour to figure out what's going on, how to maneuver through it. You have thrown out your own intuition, your own inner guidance, inner light, and relying on somebody like an idol. And maybe that's the thing. Y'all have made idols of everything. And when it goes not bad, that's not the word I'm looking for. When it what's the word? I'm about to say this in the form of something like metal. When it start oxidizing, when it get exposed to the elements, to the air, to the truth, um all right, Lord. I don't know. I'm blank now. $58.59. This one is gonna be funny because I don't even remember half of what I said. If it makes sense, I just know there's a lot of people struggling right now, and I'm just saying, qualify your thoughts. Qualify, qualify, qualify. And if you realize that this ain't how you want to be, and you know you deserve to feel better, and you don't like these thoughts, get somebody qualified to help you unpack that, to figure out what's going on. Whether that be, because when I say qualified, whether that be a professional therapist, counselor, or a preacher, or somebody else, somebody in God's kingdom. Because let's not just throw around a Christian or no, somebody in the kingdom, because it ain't about religion. God ain't do religion, which is what a lot of people fail to understand. God wasn't about religion. He was actually against religion because he knew they abused it and misused it. So you get you somebody in the kingdom who can walk you through whatever it is you are going through and facing. Child, it's a long 2-day process. This is exactly why I don't straighten my hair. Straighten my hair. Straighten my hair. She look like she and do and does and what's up? You ain't about much. I ain't got no Dutch. We can't go Dutch. I need you. Hush. Bitch, you doing too much. 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 Sitting there holding on a grudge. You better Bitch, you doing too much. Bitch, you doing too much. Did I ever finish my statement about my page? Probably not. Did I? That my page, I was losing views. Like one video had like 20 views, which, that's amazing for me. So thankful for the views. I am. But that's not really nothing. And then one day went back and it had no views. And then my live video, it had like 5 views, which once again, thankful for the views. It's not much though. Turned around 4 days later, it was at 1 view. I said, how do you go backwards? Who in YouTube is running this? And why? Why y'all doing this to me? I'm a nobody in the land of somebody's. I'm just a nobody. Nobody who can. Matter of fact, that's what that song say. Okay, husband, you're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to do that. 103. Alright, I'm about to stop this so I can go grab me some food real quick. And then I'll come back and do some cards, and hopefully my head gonna be done by then. Nobody. I'm starting to feel, this ain't it, but I'm starting to feel the weight upon my chest, trying to save my people by myself. But who gonna throw me a vest when I'm drowning? They use my mustard seed to move mountains. They like me better when I'm clowning. That's why they say put your mask on first, cause you can't help nobody in the back of a hearse. You gotta put you first. You gotta put you first. Feel like I'm losing my mind. I don't know what to think. I've been going through some real heavy shit, feeling like I'm gonna sink. And everybody want me to save them, but what about me? I need a lifeline. Who can I call and need? Nobody. All I got is me. Nobody is gonna set me free. Nobody gonna share what I eat. Nobody. All I got is me. All you got is you. And it's not to say you don't have other people. It's that you can only save you. You can't look at nobody else to save you. You can't count on nobody else saving you and doing the work. Like, you got to take that step. And I mean, when I say somebody else, I mean like the people that hurt you, the people that put you in whatever situation you feel like they caused in your life, right? They're not going to be able to help you heal that. They're not. They can apologize. It's still not going to heal whatever they did to cause. You know, it's not. It's That's just an honest thing. It's not going to heal it, but it will if you do get that. Be a catalyst and help you continue that growth journey. If you don't get that, if you're looking for that, then understand it can still be used as a catalyst for your healing journey. And you should not let that stop you from growing and healing and resolving your issues. Now, for those other situations, like say you got a stalker, you can't really control that, right? What I will say to that is if it's outside of social media, you better be on your P's and Q's at all times. Like, let's be real here. It's a spiritual, but it's also a physical battle going on right now. So that's just for anybody to be on your P's and Q's. Now, you know if you really got somebody stalking you or not. So you know that you should be doing certain things and maneuvering certain ways. Now, what I won't say is stop what you're doing. I won't say run and hide. I won't, no, you're going to have to stand up for yourself, not back down, not hide. And that's only if, so definitely in the social media realm, right? But in the physical realm, press charges, get protection, do whatever you need to do in case it ever comes to that point. It'll never come to that point. You feel me? If it's social media in there, I didn't have so many people stalk me on social media, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Hell, somebody probably found my old MySpace. I bet that shit's still cool, still booming. Shit, I didn't have people flodge my number and pretend to be me. I didn't have people try to break into my accounts, fake as my husband, weird shit. Because people be weird. People be weird sometimes. But that ain't none of my concern. As long as you ain't doing nothing to really make me have to come find you. Do what you gonna do. Now, while I wish you would find something better to do, I understand how I am something better to do. Now it's just being petty and cocky. It is what it is. I have my moments. But from the humble aspect, I mean, I get it. Because I'm very open and honest with anybody who I've ever come in contact with about my life. So if you know my life, you know my life. And if I don't speak to you now, it's more than likely because of you. So because you knew my life and you still chose to maneuver in the way you did, I can understand why I would be on the outside looking in to see what she got going on. What's she doing? What's she talking about? Especially if I feel like, oh, well, she gonna feel a certain type of way, or she's gonna talk, or I just want to be nosy. I want to input myself into something that has nothing to do with me. I mean, I get it. I don't care about that shit. Like that, when you have certain situations like that, and certain people that do, like, as long as they ain't on no crazy, because you know there's a thin line. There's a thin line between getting popped. There's a thin line. I'm just saying. There is a line. As long as they don't cross that line, I'm okay. Like, I don't fake accounts. Don't. I mean, as long as it ain't. Yeah, okay. You fucking with my money. You fucking with my family. Well, it's a different story, you know. Back in the day, if you just play in my face, I was popping up. It wasn't over. I don't care about the nigga aspect or none of that shit. Like, but you know, if you come at me trying to be highly disrespectful for no reason, I'm definitely show up shorty. Um, Nowadays, like, you literally gotta come to me. Like, you have to disrespect me to my face for me to actually give a fuck. Because I don't do subs. I don't do posts. I don't do lightweight jabs. Like, if you got a problem, then you're going to have to come to me and say, hey, I have a problem with you, and da 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 da. And then it's either going to be, oh, okay, or okay, or okay. I don't. It's a lot of things I don't feel like deserves our attention. There's some stuff that does. If we're gonna be honest, there's some stuff that does deserve the attention. But then there's some stuff that just doesn't. There's stuff that doesn't change the circumstances either way. You arguing with that person on social media ain't gonna change what's going on in their life or your life, except that y'all done spent 20 minutes going back and forth, and now y'all know hot and bothered. Y'all might need to go take a shot, a drink. You done let somebody on the opposite side of the world fuck with your head so bad, you got to go regroup. And don't I don't live like that. I didn't live like that in the past. As you heard me say, I would show up shouty. I ain't about to let shit simmer in my head. I just about to come and we gonna either talk face to face or we gonna talk face to face. And I don't talk a lot. I mean, right now I do. But you know what I mean. I don't. Situations like that, it ain't too much talking. It is what it is. We gonna do this or not? You gonna run or not? You gonna or not? Like, I get it though. It's human nature. Depending on what sex you are, it's your hormones, it's your body construction. Like, I get it. Depending on your lifestyle, is your life history, your story. It's your traumas. I mean, I get it. But there's a lot of things we don't have to entertain. We don't need to entertain. But we insert ourselves and stuff. You made a fool of me. Tell me why. Tell me why. You. But we made love. broken house. My little broken house. Should have expected that though, because that hurt right there. Broke off my hair right here. And broke off my hair right here. All of my little puff balls I got on the floor. I got a whole head for somebody right on the floor. Golly. Alright. I don't know, because at this point I feel like I went round and around and around. And I honestly don't even feel like I talked about what I wanted to talk about. We'll see. I'm going to post it anyway. Yeah. I'm going to do a reading in about an hour after I eat and finish my hair. Well, at least just straighten my hair because I ain't about to finish it. And we're rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. And we're rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. Maybe I need to start saying affirmations. So this is what I wrote. When did I write this? The 18th. So 9 days ago. We are not going to be a unit that pushes because that's what we assume we must do during storms. We will pause when we must, step back, seek shelter, reevaluate, breathe, and then start again. And we are not going to be a unit that will just throw in the towel either when things feel hard. We will know balance. We will know when to move and when to pause, when to be silent and when to sound the horn. Life is ebbs and flows, forever in motion. Sometimes it's cool to not be. In fact, it's a blessing to sit still and just watch. Watch things leave and watch things come. So that's for somebody. You just need to sit back, drink your water, mind your business. We gotta make the best tacos. Good. Okay, now I can't do that for y'all. Alright, I'll be back later for a reading. 1906. That is funny. That was 11/9/06. Anyways, place.